Good morning, everybody. I know y'all already been here chatting, so welcome, everybody. Good morning. David, I did see that. I was actually sitting in there, and they sent people over here, so I know I got an affordably geeky raid going on right now. So thank you all for coming to visit me, and if this is your first time coming, thank you. Welcome. And you know what? If it's not your first time and it's your 20th time, well, it can't be your 20th time because I haven't done this 20 times. If it's your 14th time, then hi, welcome. Hi, Ursula. How are you doing? It's so nice to see you. See here, I want to make sure I am a part of your Kitty Mom. I need to go check you out. I wrote your name down, so I haven't been over there yet, but I'm going to check you out. Hi, Sanita. How are you? Still working on your blue hats? Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well, while people are coming in, let's go ahead and let everybody know what's in your cup. And what's on your hook. So today I have got my coffee, like every day, honestly. It's nothing different. It's got caramel syrup, well, sugar-free caramel syrup and Splenda in it. And then on my hook, I have a shrug that I've been working on, and then I am working on the borders for this. So, which is going to be a baby blanket. The shrug that I'm working on, I'm going to bring up a picture. Where is it at? There we go. I actually posted it on Instagram, but see if you can see. There we go. That's the shrug that I'm working on, and that's the yarn that I'm using, which is the Key Largo Tweed in Hometown, which is amazing to work with. It feels so amazing. It is a little splitty, just letting you guys know, but I'm using a big hook, so I don't have a problem with that. Oh, you've just been handed a cup of good coffee. Awesome. Your first for the day. This is number 3, I think. Oh, I'm blurry again. It'll reset itself. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. There we go. I had to focus on something close, so it took a minute to reset itself. And this is actually when I normally eat lunch. So the kiddo just handed me some pepperoni and cheese. Don't be rude and eat in front of you. Eat and drink. Hi, Pat. Thank you, Kitty Mom. I appreciate that. I am also a kitty mom. If you hear the little meows around me. I have 3 cats. It's 6 p.m. here. So you just had your first cup of coffee at 6 p.m.? I don't know if I could have gotten through the day. Finishing a tutorial does not want to be finished, but I'm winning. Good. I'm glad you're winning. I got to work on that tomorrow. Hi, Jamie. How are you? I loved your pictures that you posted on Facebook. Gorgeous. We were supposed to get snow, like 5 to 10 inches or 3 to 10 inches, something like that, on Wednesday to Thursday morning or Thursday to Friday morning. Anyway, we were supposed to get like tons of snow. No snow, just rain. And then they called for snow last night. No snow, just rain. They keep lying to me. I'm not getting my snow. Hi, Jen. How are you? Hi, Kim. Thank you for sending all your friends over. I appreciate it. You only have 2 cups of good coffee a day. Well, you know what I do? I actually make a very weak pot of coffee, and I drink on it all day long. So I can have like 5, 6 cups of coffee a day. But it's weak coffee. I can't do strong coffee. My stomach can't handle it. And Ursula says, hi, hi, Ginger. Nice running into you here. Jen says, hi. Hi, Jen. How are you? I'm turning that picture taken at night with the fog into a jigsaw puzzle. Ooh, that's awesome. I love that. Great idea, Jamie. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, and all the new people coming in, I'm just asking, the normal first question of the day, but what's in your cup and what's on your hook? So I have my my shrug, like a cardigan shrug that I'm working on, and then I'm also trying to finish up my great little granny square baby blanket. And Kim says, hi, thanks to everyone who spent time with us today. We really appreciate it. Yes, anybody who's here that doesn't go and check out Affordably Geeky in the mornings, I think you guys, what time do you guys start? You're always already on when I wake up and blurrily come and visit you. 8 a.m. Eastern time? Is that what time you guys start? Hi, Tammy. How are you? And Tammy has coffee in her cup and working on a cardigan for herself. Yes, and I can't wait to see pictures of that. About time you made something for yourself, right, Tammy? 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay, thank you, Kim. Ursula says to Kim, and we love you too, our Saturday fix, right? Yeah, your lineup for Saturdays. And there's another Kim that does a live on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. She's in Ontario. Oh, cool, Kitty Mom. I'll have to check, see if I can't find that. No, you cannot have my pepperoni. I have a kitty who's really interested in my pepperoni. I give it to them sometimes as a treat. They get one slice of pepperoni and they play with it for a little bit and then they eat it. The newest kitty doesn't like it so much, but my other two love it. My gray tuxedo and my orange tabby. I think the newest kitty, who originally was going to be named Cinder, but then he discovered his voice and his new name is Screech. We think he's got Maine Coon in him. Just he's got the hair inside the ears. He doesn't have the tufts, but he's got the hair inside the ears, and then he's very talkative. He likes to chat with us. And he's starting to get that face, that Maine Coon face. Oh, here he is. There he is. There he is with his little eyeliner. He's getting so big and he doesn't want to be held right now. He's like, no, Mom, no. All right. I'll let you down, buddy. Okay, so she's busy. Ursula's busy with her one and only whip. And Kim says that they're normally on for about 3 hours. Yeah, because you guys start at 8 and then you end right before mine usually. And Kim saying, one whip Ursula. So that's Ursula's new name. One whip Ursula. Mandy. Hi, Mandy. How are you? She says, you're working on a few hats out of Red Heart Roll with it, which is amazing feeling. Waiting for my yarn order to come in to finish my cardigan. Cool. I can't wait to see that cardigan too. Can't wait. Tammy says, yes, I've been trying to make stuff to add to my Facebook business page. So work in progress. Well, yep, I understand that. I have some bowl cozies that I've been wanting to add to my Etsy shop, and my coworker's about to kill me because I feel like I need to make 10, so I have plenty, in stock before I add it to my Etsy shop. And she's like, just throw it up there. Kitty Mom says, I love kitties. I would have never guessed it, Kitty Mom. And Ursula says 2 whips is my max, but this is a big whip, so hence the single digit. Well, and I can appreciate your discipline. That's some amazing discipline, especially on big projects. I can never do just a big project and not have another whip. I like to have small whips. I like to get one small whip and then complete something and go back to the big project, because those big projects take a while. And Ursula says, "Oh, in that case, my hubby also has Maine Coon in him. The hair and the ears." Oh, that's funny. I love that. Ambi, good morning, Ambi. How are you? He is getting big. Tammy says, "Oh my, he's getting so big." He is getting big. And I still can't get him fixed yet. I think I have to wait a few more weeks before I can get him fixed. I tried to get him fixed at right at 12 weeks, but my vet likes to wait 6 months until they're 6 months. And I think it's because they get some important hormones in them if you wait a little bit longer. So I am not monetized yet, Ursula. Not yet. I still have just under 1,000 hours. So I'll probably get that, if not by the end of this month, definitely by the end of next month. Because I usually get somewhere between, if it's a good month, I'll get up to 900 hours, watch hours. So I get somewhere between 500 and 900 watch hours. So I think I'm good. I'll get that by the end of next month, I'm sure. I am going to be running, because I did hit 1K. If you guys noticed, I did hit 1K yesterday or the day before. Anyway, I am going to have a contest that I'm going to run across the 3 platforms that I use. So Facebook, Instagram. There's going to be 3 winners. There's going to be like a number 1, number 2, number 3. So number 1's going to win the biggest thing. Anyway, I'm gonna run it across all 3 platforms, and I'm going to pick one winner from each platform, and then once I have each winner, then I'm going to put their names in a little cup or bowl or whatever and pull out one at a time. And it'll be 3, 2, 1. So, but it's going to be yarn. I'm going to be giving away just flat out yarn. I know I like to give away, I've given away extra stuff before, like hooks and stuff like that. But this time it's just going to be flat out yarn. And it's going to, yeah. So I'm going to be posting that here soon. But yeah, I did hit 1K. Woohoo! I don't. You're the only one, babe. Yes, that's so. Ursula asked me if I'm going to have a giveaway or contest. Yes, I am, and I'm going to hold it across 3 different things. Right, Ursula? We love the flat out yarn. Now, Ursula, because you're in South Africa, I'll probably do a gift card for my international friends. But yeah, for those of you in the U.S. and most likely in Canada, because shipping isn't so bad up to Canada, I'll be doing sending the actual yarn. Hi, Nancy. How are you? It's so nice to see you. You're getting over being sick. Oh no, you still have a cough. So you just had a regular cold, Ambi? Ooh, that's cool. So so Kitty Mom says a yarny friend, Runaway Needle Red, is having an ugly hat challenge. That sounds awesome. I love that. Oh, Ambi, I'm sorry. Yeah, I hope you feel that cough, that lingering cough is the worst. It really is. Hey, Brenda. How are you? All right, you guys. So I've already asked, and I always do this as people are coming in. I've already asked what's in your cup and what's on your hook. So in my cup is coffee with sugar-free caramel syrup and some Splenda. And then I usually eat around 11 every day. So eat lunch. So you might see me take a bite of, I've got cheese and pepperoni. So, and then also what's on your hook. So I've already asked that. And now I'm going to start asking my get to know you better questions, because I love doing this. So the first question, and we're still going to be reflecting back on 2020. So I'll probably do that through this month. But the question, there was something about, no, I don't remember. There was something I was thinking of this year and about this year. Anyway, I don't remember. It's gone. Okay, so what were the best books that you read in 2020? So last year, if you're a reader, what are some of the best books that you read? I used to read like voraciously. I used to read a ton. I ever since I had my daughter, which was she's 16 this year, y'all. She's well this year, actually in 2021 at the end of the year she'll be 17. Anyway, just to give you a heads up, she's 16. Ever since I had her, I have had major difficulty with actually reading a book. Now, some books I can get through if I can tear through them quickly, like Tammy Hogue, her mysteries. I can tear through those. Those are very easy reads for me. But stuff that's more detailed, I have started listening to my books instead of reading them. And that works wonderfully for me. So what I've been reading this year, which I love, is the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. It was finished. He passed away before the series was finished. So it was finished up by Brandon Sanderson. And so I've been working through that. I'm on the Path of Daggers now, which I think is 11, book 11, 10. I can't remember. Anyway, the Path of Daggers. And that series is actually going to start being a television series on Amazon. So I can't wait for that. It should come out either this year or next year. So yay, I'm so excited for that. Anyway, I'm going to scroll back up because I see all the comments coming in. So I'm going to scroll back up and see what that was. So people are saying congratulations, thank you. And Ursula says, I've heard about Runaway Red on other lives as well. I just can't remember if it was Mama Swift or who mentioned it. Kitty Mom says she wants to raise money for a cause in memory of her husband that she lost in 2019. That's very sad. Shortly before Thanksgiving. I hate it whenever you lose loved ones near holidays, because then that holiday gets associated with that loss. That's tough. In learning to knit, I'll start crochet. But so Nancy's learning to knit right now, but she is going to start a crochet project soon. And she just finished a blue hat. And I'm assuming that's for Hat Not Hate, right? Ambi says, no cup yet, but we'll have a root beer in a few. Okay. Hey, Judy, how are you? It's wonderful to see you. And Ursula says, no, I just crocheted the heck out of my hook since COVID struck. Not relaxed enough to read. I get that, which is why I started listening. Because I just couldn't. And everything popped up. So, you guys, just a heads up, if I ever go, it means that I'm trying to get through chat and it just jumped up. So just heads up on that. If you ever hear that noise, that's what that is. All right. Let me. Oh, that's so cool, Kim. So Kim says not to be too geeky. Come on. We love geeky. Be all the geeky you need to be. We're here for you. Not to be too geeky here. Most of my natural yarn dyeing books. So those are the best books. The natural yarn dyeing, which that's cool. I love that. When we get a bigger place, I might get into yarn dyeing. But right now, I don't have the space for it. Kitty Mom says, me too, Ursula. Just don't have you're not relaxed enough to read. I understand that. And Kim says the natural yarn dyeing books are so informative. Jen says, I'm working on a huge sugar glider. So like an amigurumi, a little stuff, not a little, you said it's huge. So a stuffed sugar glider, that has got to be cute. I can't wait to see that. And Julie with Woolly Knits. Hi, Julie. How are you? She says, I'm having a nice cup of coffee, and today I am not crocheting as I'm waiting on a delivery to start a blanket. Okay, so you're taking the day off because you're in the middle of projects. I'm knitting a Bernadette-style cardigan for myself. That's awesome. So you're making something for yourself. Yay. Oh, God. Stupid thing. No, y'all, just the way it jumps up, that drives me nuts. Also, Kim is reading Fiber History in New England, various resources. So you're doing some research on fiber history. Cool, that's awesome. Oh, okay. So that little kitten that I just showed you earlier, yeah, he's a little bit of a terror, but that's what kittens are. They're fun and drive me nuts all at the same time. And Kim says, congrats on my 1K. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yep. No, I was all excited. I was watching it because it was at $9.99, and then I saw it turn over to 1K. And then I sent something to Kim and Julie. Not Kim, you're Kim. I sent something to Ginger and Julie about it, saying, there it is. And then it dropped down to $9.99 before I went to bed. I'm like, of course, I knew that would happen. But by the time I woke up, it was at like 1,005. And Ursula said, Jen says, I don't read much, which I understand that. I mean, you get busy, which is why I listen to my books these days. And Ursula says, oh, Kim, have to love you. Love your geekiness. Exactly. I wouldn't have Kim any other way. Oh, thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. So Kim's going to run my playlist. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much. Kim says, Julie, Bernadette Banner. Nancy says, yes, I want to make some hats. So you want to knit some hats? Is that what it is? I have a loom, the circular loom. And I have been I tried that and I keep dropping stitches. It's driving me crazy. So I stopped it, but I still have the yarn that I'm going to make a hat. I want to make a hat with it. Eventually. I'll get back to it and I won't drop stitches. I've been watching, actually Crochet Crowd. They have this way of doing it that I think if they use a pin, they take the pin apart and they use this part of the pin and run the yarn through it. And then you do that on the loom. And, that I think will help because I won't get things too tight. Okay, so Tammy says, haven't read a book in a while, but that series is amazing. Thank you. Love that it's going to be a series. Okay, Tammy, so you've heard of it. Yay! Somebody else who's heard of it. Yes. And in fact, I have on this channel, I have a bookmark tutorial. And for the display, I laid the bookmarks on top of Eye of the World, which is the first book in the series. So I had to put a little plug in there, And Kitty Mom says, Runaway Red is Marianne, who we simply call Mare. We all love her so much. Well, I am definitely going to have to check out Runaway Red then. Free Laura says, I'm here, but feeding doggos. Much love. Well, welcome, Free Laura. It's always lovely to see you with me. And Kim says, Ursula, I always appreciate your support of my oddities. We all love your oddities, Kim. And Ursula says, would you not consider doing another live somewhere in the week to push up the hours? Asking because it would be nice to see more of you. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. I might do a surprise live here and there. I can't commit to anything only because the way that I work long hours. Well, I can sometimes work until like 10 p.m. I just keep on working to get stuff done. And then sometimes if I don't end up working till 10 p.m., it's because I have to get certain things done for my YouTube channel. So that is a great idea, Ursula. I just can't commit to anything. So I might pop on. You never know. I might pop on. Especially in the afternoons, in the evenings, especially if I can get my lighting right in here. It gets dark so early, so, but I think I got my setup okay. I have a mirror right here that has like a ring light kind of. So I use it for my makeup, but now I turn it on and use it as like a fill light because I lost my little like selfie light thing. Anyway. Sanita says, I listened to a lot of audiobooks, but the only one that stuck with me was The Four Agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz. So what is that about, Sanita? Is that kind of like is that history? Is that a fact type book or is it nonfiction? Anyway, I would love to know what that is about. Amy said, didn't read anything in 2020. I wish I had read. I lost it. Where'd it go? There it is. I had read, I'm rectifying that already in 2021, reading On Luna Time by Amber Crowley. On Luna Time. So what's that about? Oh my gosh. You know what? I ask you what you're reading, and then I'm going to be asking what it's about. So I'm going to get so far behind on chat on this question, but I love this question because I really do love reading. I haven't been able to actually read the words in a book. And I have like 3 books that by the same author, I can't remember her name, that I want to read. Practical Magic. She wrote Practical Magic. So I have some, if you guys haven't seen that movie, one of my favorite all-time movies. So it's Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock. Love her. Need her hairdresser. And Nicole Kidman are in that. But anyway, so I have 2 or 3 books by her that I have on deck to read, and I just haven't been able to get into them. Audiobooks it is. Which I have a ton of those. And I also do a lot of self-help audiobooks. I love even the classic self-helps like Dale Carnegie. Is it the like books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, or what is it? 7 something or other. Anyway, I listen to that stuff too. Ooh, Jen finished her ginormous Bumblebee. So you make a lot of ginormous amigurumis then, huh? I would love to see that. If you aren't on our Facebook group, if you're on Facebook, I have my own personal group, and then when Yarn Hookers has a group. So feel free to join those and share those kind of pictures. I love to see what you guys make. I love it. Michelle says, I started reading charts. So what kind of charts? Like astrology charts or like crochet charts? What kind of charts? Hi, Carmina. So nice to see you. Oh, gosh. You reminded me, Carmina. Okay, so you know who had a birthday this past week? And I need to wish people happy birthday in case they're here. And this is the whole reason why I kept asking for birthdays. So the people who need to be wished a happy birthday is Miss Carmina. She's right here in the chat. So make sure you all say happy birthday to her. And so her birthday was on the 7th. And so was Bobby Malls or Mabel. And then on the 5th, the birthday was the channel Homemade with Love by Loretta and Blaine. So their birthday was then. And then on the 6th, happy birthday to L'Oreal. It's Lorele, Beverland, and Del Du. And then coming up this week, birthdays, we have Kristen Butts on the 11th and Jerry Griffin on the 13th. So happy birthday, everybody. I meant to do that earlier. I completely forgot. All right, let me get back to the notes here because I know I'm so far behind, but I'll catch up eventually, maybe. The books. So Kitty Mom says the books I've been reading are about Christian persecution. Interesting. I bet you my husband would be interested in those. David says, I do mostly audiobooks too. My favorite last year is a reread audio style of Pride and Prejudice, which I know you're a big Jane Austen fan. Hey, do you have the crochet book? Kim mentioned it in her live earlier this morning, and I immediately went and put it in my, you know how everybody has like an Amazon cart that's already got stuff in it. So it's in my Amazon cart now. But it's Ostentatious Crochet. So have you heard of that, David? Anyway, it looks so cool. And Ursula says, that's why Kim knows so much. So we don't mind her being geeky. We love it. You're more of a researcher than I am. And that's saying a lot. So that's pretty dang awesome. I love that about you. Then we can just ask her. Then Kate must also be a good reader of geeky books. She's also an encyclopedia, isn't she? She certainly is. Free Laura says, hit the like button. Congrats. Thank you, Free Laura. I appreciate you so much. Ursula says, yeah, I did watch Pride and Prejudice again in 2020. And David says, I've rewatched the 1995 version many times on DVD this past year. And then Ursula says, yes, we need more thumbs up. Thank you, you guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Danine says, hi, I'm late. Hello from Saskatchewan, Canada. Hi, Danine. How are you? It's probably beautiful and white up there, huh? Ursula says, when I used to stay far from work, I used to listen to a lot of audiobooks, and that was 1 hour of listening a day. That's cool. Wow. And they read nice and fast, can cover so many books that way. Yes. And oftentimes I will listen to, if I'm not listening to YouTube videos, I'm listening to audiobooks while I work. I can't work in silence. So I'll listen to audiobooks. Sometimes I'll put music on, but then I start singing and dancing and then I stop working. So believe it or not, music distracts me more than YouTube videos or audiobooks. And Kitty Mom says, hi, Deneen. Ursula says, hi, Deneen. Hi, Jules. How are you? Julie's in the house. Hi, Julie. We're talking about our favorite books from 2020. And Ursula says, so glad to see you, Julie. Another Julie Woolly Knits, says, I lost my place. Hang on. Where am I at? I lost my spot. Oh, okay. I see Michelle. Anyway, I'll get to Michelle's comment in a second. I got to go back up to my spot. Where am I at? I am so sorry. There. Okay. Good morning. And then, you know what? Okay. So Julie Woollynet says, not sure. The pattern is on YouTube by Anno and is using Karen Latte cakes. It's so fluffy. That was to Kim. That was something to Kim. I missed that part, the first part of that conversation. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. So Ursula says tonight's Yarn Geeks, or not Yarn Geeks. That's Ginger. Tonight's Yarn Hookers is at Whippy Chicks. So go and check out her channel. And Ursula says, well, I am home 24/7. So if you do a pop-up live, I hope to get a notification because I'm sure I'll be there. Thank you. And I may do pop-up lives. And that's a brilliant idea, actually, to get those watch hours that I need. Kitty Mom says, your timing is cool, Ursula. I had just gone to her channel before seeing your comment. And Ursula says, sweet Penny. Oh, yes. Okay. So Ursula asked me, do I love a specific genre? I read two genres, mystery and I used to love I got into Gothic books, which is really mystery. They were smaller and used to be called Gothic books for my grandmother. So you would go visit my grandmother, and we would always go to and I actually lived with my grandmother for 5 years when I was older, not because there was any problems. I just wanted to move out of Florida. Two of our favorite things to do is we would go to the thrift store. So there's this gigantic thrift store. We would always go thrift store shopping. And then we would go to the trade-in paperback store. So you take in all these books that you've read, paperback, hardcover, whatever, trade them in, and then you would get credit towards other paperbacks, or you could just buy the paperbacks outright at a discounted price. So, that was like among our favorites. That kind of like, I don't know if any of y'all have Second and Charles. So Second and Charles is similar to that, just on a bigger scale. And, which I love Second and Charles. When I lived in Augusta, gosh, I missed that place. We used to have like huge credits there because I had so many books, but I kept paring down. Anyway, so my specific genres, back to the original question that I read, are mystery and fantasy. I do read some sci-fi, but for the most part, it's mystery and fantasy. And usually the sci-fi is kind of a fantasy sci-fi blend. There is this one, I can't remember the name, that is a sci-fi romance fantasy blend, and it was called Jova's Angels, and it was a series. So good, so good. Anyway, put the lime in the coconut. That's right for you, Free Loro. I love that scene from that movie, Practical Magic. The lime in the coconut. Oh, I love it. I love it. Midnight margaritas, exactly. See, that's why I love you guys. You guys get me. And Danine says, hi, Ursula. And Free Laura says, I think a hangover would kill me these days, right? Midnight margaritas. Yes, the older I get, the harder the hangovers are. Thank you. And I don't do other social media at this time. Okay, Jen, I totally get that. And you've mentioned that before, so totally understand that. But when I do the and I keep forgetting, and I'm so sorry about that, but I know that you have mentioned that before, and I appreciate that. Sanita says it is a self-help. Basically, it helps you understand yourself and others. That's awesome. I love that. Okay. So I will have to go check that out because I do love self-help books as well. Sherry, hi Sherry. Excuse me. Said, wanted to thank you all for the prayers for my granddaughter. She has been home a week today. Yay! I'm so excited. That's awesome. I'm glad to see that. So she's been home. Is she well now, or is she still improving, or how is that going? And Ursula says, Free Laura, yeah, I can only stomach like a dry white wine, nothing else. And Ambi says, On Luna Time is about an 18-year-old that jumps back in time from 2019 to 1949. Ooh, so that kind of that scope that it kind of reminds me of although it was more a longer jump, but it kind of reminds me of Outlander, Diana Gabaldon's Outlander, which I need to listen to those books. And Michelle says she's been reading Mosaic Charts with, oh my gosh, your blankets are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I'm going to skip through a couple. And you're very welcome, Carmina. People are saying happy birthday and stuff like that. So it's awesome. And Ursula says, Kitty Mom will be visiting your live today. She has restarted crochet and we want her to stay in YouTube now and just grow and grow, right? Yes. I'll be visiting you in a little bit, Kitty Mom. Sanita says, happy birthday, fellow Capricorns. I mean, my sister's a Capricorn as well. She's December 23rd, though. I've ordered the Crochet Bible. That's awesome. That I think that is that the one that I recommended. I believe it is. Let me see. Ursula, was it this one? Oh no, see, this is the Crochet Stitch Bible. I love this book. And that actually I want to see if I can't order the one that Julie uses too. She has a stitch book that she uses. But because I love learning new stitches, and that's where you get ideas from new patterns. Whenever you get a good feel for a stitch, and then you're like, you know, this would look great in this kind of thing, like a scarf or a cowl, or anyway. For me, that's how it works. Ginger says, I love zombie audiobooks. What? I didn't know that about you, Ginger. I'm just kidding. I knew that about Ginger.
Ginger's a weirdo.
My husband just said you were a weirdo, Ginger. No, he likes zombie stuff too. Don't let him fool you. And David says, when I found out about the book through Petra, I looked for it on Amazon. It looks cool and expensive. Well, actually, no, if you buy it used, it's not that expensive. So I saw it for, I have it in my, no, I wouldn't buy it for $50. No, I have a hard time with that. But I did see where there's some people who are selling it for use, like around somewhere between It's in very good condition for like $10. Don't buy that one, David. I'm gonna buy that one. You don't buy that one. So I'm skipping through some stuff here. I love research. Yes, you do love research, and I love that about you. That's Kim saying that, by the way. It's usually Kitty Mom says it's YouTube that I am restarting. I've been crocheting all along. Well, welcome back to YouTube. I love this yarny community. So Julie says, I'm not sure that anyone researches more than you, Mel. Kim does. I promise you. She's amazing. She gets so much information. She does. It's but I do love my research. I probably get stuck in research for a while. Ambi says, this book is written by Amber Crawley, who is a fellow YouTuber. That's awesome. She self-published it and is available on Amazon. It's the first in the Port Swan trilogy. That's awesome. I would love to support that. I have two friends, like personal friends that write. One is Brian. And why all of a sudden can I remember his last name? I know his last name. Anyway, and another one is I can't remember names right now. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna link those two down below. But they both write fantasy series. His is more, I think, technical, like battle, like what you would see on something like Lord of the Rings and stuff. And I think hers is more like romance style fantasy. A little bit more along the lines of maybe not quite Sharon Green, but anyway, so I'm gonna link both of their, like the first in a series. She's written several books. She's written series and stuff. So first in one of her series, I'll link that down below, and then I will link his book down below as well. Not right. It'll be after the live, but yes, I will do that. And Ursula says, yes, that's what I mean, Kitty Mom. She's restarting YouTube. I'm great. I met you through your live on Friday. So she had a live on Friday. Ooh, another live YouTuber. Yay. Love those. And Ursula, your lives are way too early for me. I need to get on them more, but they're never, when I'm up, they're not going. Kitty Mom says, thank you, Whippy Chick. And Ginger says, Kim, all right, hang on. Let me back it up. I'm so far behind you guys. Kim, I love that you love research. And Kitty Mom smiles. And Whippy Chick says, most recent for me was All the Winters of the World. Historical fiction is my favorite genre. Yes, and Julie is a huge Outlander fan. Kitty Mom says, you're so sweet, Ursula. Kim says, one of the best things about us, Ginger, as a team is that our skills mesh well together. Yes, that's how the yarn hookers are too. I agree. Ursula says, I love it too, Julie. Hi, Tammy. How are you? So Tammy says, hi, Melanie in chat. Tammy Twyford. Oh, thanks. So Ursula says, need 10 more thumbs up. Thanks. I appreciate that. And Ginger says, so true, Kim. And Julie says, I listen to radio stations from around the world while working. That's cool. I like that idea. And I'm skipping, because I'm so far behind, I'm skipping the highs and stuff like that. So unless I need to say hi to you. Ginger says, yes, Julie, I love historical fiction. I love Kim Follett.
Yep.
Yeah, my husband, that's one of his favorites, actually, is Kim Follett. Ambi says, Julie, you should check out Krista at Books and Jams on YouTube. Free Laura says, yes, love me some yarn hookers. Thank you, Free Laura. Mwah, appreciate that. Ambi says she is a booktuber and her favorite genre is historical fiction. That's awesome. Jen says, I just sent you an email with my bowl. Yay! I can't wait to see that, Jen. Thank you for sending me that. I love seeing what you guys do. Yay! And Kitty Mom says, I bet they're adorable, which I'm sure they will. And I'm not going to, because I know you're private, so I'm not going to show it off on here. Unless you want me to, let me know. I will be happy to share with everybody. Jen says, I really think so. I'm so very proud of it for not doing anything amigurumi before. Ursula says, oh, I remember. Are you talking about the secondhand book that you would go and swap? Yes, secondhand, like a bookstore. We would go and swap books, or yes, or buy them outright. I do that too. Well, before COVID, I love sci-fi and thriller. Yes, thrillers, and that's what I mean by mystery, like thriller type stuff. Those are more what I like, the thriller stuff. Which Tammy, I keep going back to Tammy Hogue, but she's one that I read a lot of. I really like her stuff. And then she also does historical and romance ones. Yes. And Ambi says, me too. Not sure what the Me Too is for. I'm sorry. And Michelle Wiley says you should read Karen Moning's Fever series. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to look that up. I like listening to Mel Robbins books. What type of books does Mel Robbins have? I don't know if I'm ever going to get off the book question, right? How many people know the earth is flat and space is fake? We got proof. Go jump on 24/7 Flat Earth live stream right now. This is on Her Eyes on Lowell right now after this, and bring your best globe proof. One self-help book I audio read last year is called The Subtle Art. Yes, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Beep. That is one that I've seen recommended many times, and that's actually in my audiobook wish list. And I will definitely be reading or listening to that. Do I watch any booktubers? Yes, I do. I watch a lot of booktubers actually, but they are very much Wheel of Time related. So I'm a little obsessed with that series, by the way. So just heads up. And part of it has to do with the fact that it's going to be a TV show. And it is a 15-book series. So it's a very long series. So when you commit to it, you are committing to it. To me, it's worth it. But anyway, so I watch David Green, I think. Daniel Green. I watched Daniel Green. And sorry, David, I was seeing your name and thinking it's Daniel Green. He does fantasy news. And then I watch a lot of, oh my gosh, what is the name of this one? He is rereading but acting out the characters for the Wheel of Time, and it's hilarious. What is it? Wheel Talk. It's Wheel Talk. It's called Wheel Talk. It's hilarious. If you guys want to get into the series, that's a good booktuber to watch. And then I also watch Nameless. And then there's some other ones, like The Innkeeper. I watch him, but I can't remember the name of his channel. But yeah, I do watch some booktubers, but most of them are specific to the Wheel of Time series. Kim says, love Outlander, which I would expect that of you. So I would expect you probably read it. Do you watch it too? Free Laura says, I found it. Hang on. I'm actually not that far behind since I started skipping the highs and stuff. I found an Outlander cowl pattern from I Love This Yarn. I need to make for my mother-in-law. That's cool. I really want to find a crochet version of the shawl that she has. That it's a triangle or V shawl down the back, and then it comes around and wraps around, and then she ties up behind her. I would love to find a crochet. It's knit. In the show, it is knit, but I would love to find like a crochet version of that. It looks like that because it has the same spine, which I'm lost on that, but I think that there was a conversation talking about a book there. And Kim says, guilty. I dive deep down in the research hole. I love that though. I love that about you. Ursula says, I want to make a temperature blanket this year. I bought 19 colors. Oh my gosh. I attempted a temperature blanket. I'm going to be honest. I didn't last 3 months. And then I was done. And I bought a ton. I was going to make it out of Simply Soft. And I was doing single crochet because those blankets get big, like 300 and some odd rows. Yeah. Because I can't remember how many days are in a year because I'm bad like that. But anyway, I made, I don't even think I got 3 months in. I think I got like a month and a half in and I was done. I stopped making it. That was a few years ago. Yeah. Ursula says, I've been watching Frontier again. Love it. I need to check out Frontier. So I don't think I finished Ursula's comment. I want to make a temperature blanket this year. I bought 19 colors. I'm considering buying a few more and then making it. Never ever made it. I prefer C2C and rose. C2C might be better. I like the diagonal. And I love those squares that Julie posted in the Yarn Hookers Facebook. Kim says, I am doing a temperature project this year too, Ursula. Planning it currently. That's so cool. I wish I could keep up with it, but I didn't. And Ursula says, Kim, I've been watching videos on how to do it as I've never done it before. Saw a TLYC video on it and wrote down notes. And she says, we have about 30 degrees here from 8 to 38. So I'm dividing it into 2, which equals 15 colors. Still planning, and I'll have to look up the weather from the 1st of January to current. And Deborah's here. Hi, Deborah. How are you? She says, happy Saturday. Jen says, you can share the pics if you want. I'm not a photographer. I'm not either. You're all good. I'm going to check it out because I would love to share your bee. There it is. Okay, I see the email. Let me see the picture. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is so cute. Oh my God, it's so cute. It's got sparkly wings. You guys, do you see that? Look at that. So cute. Okay, I got more pictures. Oh, look at his butt. His little stinger. How cute is that? Oh, look at the wing. I love the wings that you made them sparkly. And I know that, there we go. That's showing up on the camera that way. That is so cute. And you guys, don't mind my Band-Aid. I still have a problem with that. Oh, the face. Oh my gosh. Look at that face. And that little crooked smile. I love it. Oh, Jen, these are amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I am so glad I was able to share that. Those are so cute. I can't wait to see the next one. Kitty Mom says, Ursula, I've not made a template yet. Blanket yet. I have seen many though, and I'm thinking seriously about making one. Linda says, hi everyone. Hi, Linda. So nice of you to join me. Thank you so much for joining me. Sherry says, what website do you use for the used books? I actually, this was a while ago. So I if there is a website for that you can do a book exchange, let me know. I do not know of one. I actually went into the store. There was little mom and pop stores, and we actually have one here locally. I think we have a one here locally. I'm pretty sure. I just haven't been there yet. But the big one that I used to go to in Augusta, and it's actually a chain, and they exchange actually more stuff than just books, but is Second and Charles. Love that place. And they had one over when I lived. So they had one in Augusta, and then they also had one over in Woodbridge, Virginia, because I lived in Manassas, so I would go to Woodbridge to go to IKEA, and it was over near the IKEA. I briefly lived in Manassas. That's before we moved here. And David says, Melanie, do you know the Mark Schweizer series? I do not. They take place in North Carolina Mountain Town. That's cool. And that's one thing about Outlander. At least I don't know about the books, but at least the movies, or not the movies, the show. comes over here to the North Carolina mountains, and it's not too far from here because Franklin, actually, it's close to Boone, so it's a hour, 2 hours, so it's actually near Boone, is where it supposedly takes place. But because there is a strong Scottish heritage here in the North Carolina mountains, strong. They do like they hold events and stuff here. Anyway, to finish what David was saying, he was saying they take place in North Carolina mountain town. The protagonist is a sheriff and part-time church organist and would-be mystery writer. They're funny. Oh, okay. I will have to look that up. Oh, okay. So Mel Robbins is an entrepreneur that helps, is a lady and helps entrepreneurs. That's cool. I'm lost. It jumped down again on me. Where am I? There we go. So Mel Robbins is a lady who helps entrepreneurs. Okay, then I definitely need to check her out because I watch those things. Ursula says, David, that sounds great. And David says they are called liturgical mysteries with titles like the alto wore tweed, the tenor wore tap shoes, the baritone wore chiffon, etc. That sounds interesting. I'll have to look that up. Ursula says, I love reading series because if a story is good, you sort of want to know what happened to the other characters you met in the first book. I agree. I love getting, and that's character development is my number one. Are you leaving, babe? Yeah. All right, bye, honey. Have a good day. My number one favorite thing is in books is character development. I love to get to know the characters. I love it when they become my friends. I love seeing the arguments over who's their favorite, who, versus I love this person. So take, for example, in the Wheel of Time series, there's a character, Egwene, or Egwene, depends on how you want to say it. In my head, it's Egwene. So people love her and hate her. I'm of the I love her camp. So, it's stuff like that. Along with, there's another character in the same series, Fail. She's another love-hate character. So I actually, and another one is Nynaeve. I could keep going on. I'll shut up now. But anyway, I love those polarizing type characters. And I love to just really get drawn in with the characters. That to me is more important. So I want the details on the characters and their personalities. That is more important than the scenery for me when an author is painting a picture. Kitty Mom says, I should further specify, I think Mel Robbins is geared towards network marketing entrepreneurs. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, because I listened to some podcasts for network marketing, for MLM stuff, and there's some great information there. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that. And I've tried to sell stuff like that before. I'm not good at it, though. That's not my thing. I love to teach. That's where I love to teach what I know, and I think that's where my talent lies, more than trying to push stuff. But we are entrepreneurs, we're crafters of yarn. Exactly. So and it's always good to have a business mindset if you're getting back into YouTube and stuff, to start from the beginning with a business mindset, because then you have clear goals to reach for, and you have your why. And if you don't have your why, then it's hard to keep up with everything that you need to do on so there's a couple things that I think whenever you get into YouTube, you have to love what you're doing. You have to love teaching. You have to love whatever you're teaching. So it could be analytics. It could be about techie stuff. Or for us, it could be crochet stuff, which I love. But you have to love it. If you don't love it, then you'll start to hate doing the videos on it. So yeah. So anyway, I'm getting all lectury here. I shouldn't get lectury. Hope you guys don't mind. Yes, Penny. Okay, so Kitty Mom, her name is Penny. I'm getting that now. Okay, I missed that little point there. So Penny is Kitty Mom. They're that. Okay, got it. So Penny, Ursula says, yes, Penny, we are all entrepreneurs for sure. And Kim says, I love historical costuming and love the Outlander story. I bet you do. I bet. Ursula says, oh, Mel, that sounds beautiful.
It's 12 o'clock.
That shawl you've just explained. Yes, it is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Speaking of beautiful shawls, I have to show you guys on this Mary Maxim, the new catalog that they just sent out. This is knit. I'm not a knitter, but holy smokes, I would freaking learn to knit. Well, I'm not going to. I have too much other stuff to do, but look at that shawl. Look, isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. Oh, and I'm going to show something to you guys here in just a minute. And it's already 12 o'clock, you guys. I'm having so much fun. And I have only I only asked one question. But I love your answers. So it has the same spine as your Crochet Stitch book. Okay, so it has like that, the spiral and then the hardcover wrapped around it. Okay. Ursula says, I want to put time aside weekly, which is why I want to do it right. And I don't want it to be big. So my hook will be 3 millimeters and not single crochet. Still thinking on a stitch. Okay. That's a good idea with the 3 millimeter hook. So you're going to do, what are you going to use? Like a 3 or 2 weight yarn? I can't imagine using 3 millimeter for a whole blanket, a 3 millimeter hook with a 4 weight yarn. The Tim blanket is what I'm talking about. Yes, I got that. Thank you so much. Because I figure I do forget. And Jamie says, I haven't figured out how to do the Tim blanket because we go from -40 in the winter to +40 in the summer. Ooh, that's a big jump. I would assign like 10 degrees to a color, and then so you only have 10 different colors. Of course, would that make like 1 month all one color? How much do you jump in a month? And Carmina says, I also want to try a temperature something. And Ambi says, a temperature blanket is just too much for me. It is a lot. I was not successful on it. Thank goodness I wasn't doing YouTube at that time, right? And then Ursula says the challenge was to find a brand of yarn that has all those colors. That's right, because I'm with you on that. That's not easy, which is why I went with the Karen Simply Soft. I don't like using. I didn't like the feel of Super Saver because there's tons of colors in Super Saver, but I didn't like the feel of it. So my next bet was the Simply Soft, which I did well with it. I love the blanket, but it just, yeah. Maybe one day I'll make one. Oh, it's my pleasure, Jen. That was a beautiful bumblebee. I love it. Ambi says, my sister is doing a bee theme baby shower. Oh, how cute for a friend on Friday. I love the bee theme. Penny says, I want to find a very specific color chart for the temp chart. Okay, that makes sense. And Lori saying, jumping in saying hi. I just got back from your haircut. Hi, Lori. So nice to see you. I saw where you're getting your hair done. And doing something else. There was one other thing. I can't remember. Judy says, a temp project doesn't have to be a blanket. Do a super scarf or something similar. And, I saw where people were doing that, which is a great idea. So you end up with this like crazy long scarf. So it looks like kind of like a Doctor Who scarf, which would be awesome. I love that. And do 10 to 20 degrees in one color. Brilliant, of course. Augusta in Georgia. Hang on just a minute. Ro, baby, can you turn down the heater, please? I'm getting hot. All this arm waving that I do. Stop talking with your hands. That's right. My daughter's like, stop talking with your hands. Now it's like blowing straight on me. It's really hot. And Ursula says, Penny, look up the TLYC video. Hashtag crochet temp blanket 2020 and 2019, and you'll get a lot of tips. Awesome. That's a great tip there. And I think I lost my place again. Dang it. Where am I at? All righty here. Tammy says, Jen, that is fantastic. So precious. Love your bumblebees. Okay, I'm back. I'm back where I was. Oh, it says Ursula says, "Yeah, Judy, I'm Celsius. I can imagine, and on Fahrenheit, you'll have to take it in the tens." And Penny says, "Ursula, can you email that to me? The text moves too quickly. Done it though. Done it though. I'm trying. I'm trying to keep up. Not doing very good." Kim says, "I'm going to use 12 different colors in my temperature project. That's awesome. That's plenty of colors. I think it's anywhere between 10 and 15." Kim says, "Hi, Julie. Happy Saturday." Penny says, "I know I've been I've been a network marketer. Nothing wrong with it. Agreed. Exactly. Right. Everybody's just trying to do a little something extra, and some people are super passionate about it. I was actually doing it for unique makeup, and while I do like makeup, I don't wear it enough and to push it honestly. So yeah." And there's some people that are so good at it. I'm not nearly as good at it as some. There's some people who are amazing with it. I'm like just not as good. David says, Anthony Trollope, a contemporary of Dickens, in one of his novels states outright he's there to tell the story artfully and states upfront how the story ends. Oh, okay. Well, that's an interesting take on it. Huh. Mel Robbins is a life coach. Oh, okay. So I'll look up Mel Robbins. Yes, Deneen. Penny says, yes, Deneen. Much better stated. Julie says, still learning here. Julie Woolly Knits says, still learning here. Is a temperature blanket the same as a mosaic blanket? No, actually, a temperature. Well, I mean, you could make it mosaic. I could see how that could happen. That'd actually be gorgeous. But a temperature blanket is where you assign a color to a set temperature, and then you take, and it depends on how you want to do it. And there's no right way to do a temperature blanket. I'm going to be honest with you. So the way I did it is I would take the average temperature of a day. So some people would either take the high or take the low, or they would do one row for each, one for the high, one for the low. I would take the average temperature of a day. And then if it snowed or rained, I would actually use a special color with some sparkle yarn in it, the Caron Simply Soft with sparkle in it. And then I would just do that for like a snow day. Actually, I would add that in as an extra row. That's what I would do. Add it in as an extra row. I don't remember. It's been a little bit. But anyway, so you would take a ooh, okay, I gotta shoot, unplug something here because my battery's about to die, and I don't know why I didn't think of this. I unplugged my computer, so bear with me here a second. I don't want to lose you, but I got like 10% battery. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. Totally wasn't thinking there. Hi, Viviana. So a temperature blanket is you take the average of what you take a look at the temperatures when you're planning it, the temperature range in where you live, and then you divide it up into a certain number of into like, say for here, I would say 15 degrees Fahrenheit to 25 degrees Fahrenheit is one particular color. And then 25 degrees Fahrenheit to 35 degrees Fahrenheit is one particular color. And then you would do a row, typically on a temperature blanket, you would do a row of that color for that day. And you would do one row for each day. There are many, many different ways to do it that I've seen. You could do a granny square. So it could be a granny square type thing. One granny round is a color. But yeah, there's so many ways to do it. It's just really just assigning a color to a particular temperature and then creating that blanket all year long. They can get very long, very long. So yeah, think about 365 rows, right? Right? We got that many days, 365, something like that. I don't remember anymore. My daughter could probably tell me. But that's what a temperature. Now, a mosaic is a very artfully designed stuff, usually single crochet, but you have the particular designs in it. And I'm saying that without ever having done a mosaic. But Ginger knows about mosaics, and so does why can't I'm having a real hard time with names today, you guys, so forgive me. I'm having just a difficult time with names. Michelle Wiley. So she's another one that's been doing a lot of mosaics lately, doing beautiful work. And Kim said that, man, I just had numbness move up my arm. Oh my gosh. I don't have your name, so I'm not sure who you are. I'm sorry. I hope everything's okay. Viviana says, hi, Melanie. Thank you. Hi. Hello, Viviana. Nice to see you here. I've only asked one question, and I haven't moved off that question, so I might be asking more questions next week. But I love this topic, so I've been loving the answers, and I haven't even gotten to the bottom of my chat. I'm still behind on chat, but the question is, what books in 2020? If you're just coming in, what books in 2020 were your favorite that you read in 2020? Ursula says, Penny, Crochet, your email is not on your about page. I think she put it up here at some point, so I think you probably got that your email. Oh, and then Julie says, oh, I need to look at Julie with the woolly knit. Julie Woolly Knits says I need to look into the difference. All right, so I'm going to say this right now. Whippy Chick is Jules. And Julie Woolly Knits is Julie. So you guys know the difference. So Jules is Whippy Chick. Julie is Julie Woolly Knits. There we go. No, that's done. Yay. Kim says the butterfly shawl. Is that the butterfly shawl? I don't know. No, I think you're talking about something else, Kim. I know you are. Probably. And hi, Cheryl. So nice to see you. And oh, got you. Okay, so I'm going to leave that part out. I have no clue what you're talking about, Ursula, here. And I probably just missed this conversation. So it says, oh, that is great. And I would do that with surface chain crochet on top of HDCs. Half double crochets. So Cheryl says, just popped in. Hi, Cheryl. So nice to see you. I'm glad you popped in. All right. I'm getting there, you guys. I thought I was almost caught up. Yep, totally wasn't. That changed. I love that you guys chat. Jen says, I've got to run out. I'm leaving you run on. Thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate you. Enjoy your day all. I hope to catch you later. Hope to see you at Yarn Hookers, Jen. I want to make time every Saturday to do the rows for that week. Yes. So corner to corner sounds good. I agree. It does. And corner to corner moves quickly. We jump. Okay, so Jamie says we jump 10 to 20 degrees every 10 minutes. Got you. And hi, is Granny here? Is Granny D here? Hi, Granny D. If I didn't catch you, and I'm sorry, I'm catching up on chat. Julie says also, if you did a tent blanket, it doesn't have to be a big one. It could be baby sized. Yes, that's absolutely true. Ursula says, one of the tricks was to use yarn that you love, says TLYC. That's true, but it does need to have a lot of colors. I can understand that. So I went to buy yarn that I love, and I agree with that. Because you're messing with it every day. I mean, you're going to be dealing with it a lot. And if you love the feel of it, then you'll love your blanket. Ooh, that's a great idea, Julie. So Julie says, Jules, I'm already messing up my own rule. Jules says, I'm thinking about doing a temperature project on the loom. That is a great idea. I love that. I still need to get a loom, but I need a bigger place first. And C, which I don't see your name, says I made a pair of Nike shoes. I got the white shoes from Walmart and wrote a check mark on it. Okay, I'm thinking that C might be a little bit of like a troll. Not sure. Anyway, comments are okay though. The comments coming in are okay. They're just off topic. And Ursula says, Jules, yeah, I do not want mine to be this huge thing. I want it to be like 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters only, but it must look pleasing. I don't want to spend a year and then not like the results, right? Thank you. And oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, Penny. I'm glad I was able to give you some extra tips on the temperature blanket. Cheryl says, glad to see you. Saw your organization video. It helped me. Thanks. Awesome. Cool. And I want to take the highs of the day. Oh, and that's a great idea, Mel. I think I would put a popcorn stitch on a day with rain or super hot. Yes, that's cool. I love that. And Ursula says, TLYC says you also use a marker like example on a white stripe to show the start of yes, I would do black. So I started black and then I would do my month and then I would do black and then do my month. So yes, you're right, actually, to separate out the months. That's kind of making me want to make one again, but I know I didn't last long when I made it before. So get Ro, can you please get Gremlin and put him in your room? Come here, baby. Okie dokie. So
come hit there. Where are you going?
All right. And then I totally bounced up.
I'm sorry, baby. Ow. Ow.
The cat's protesting being put in a room. Okay, so okay, and then so Kitty Mom Penny says, "Oh wow, so one can use squares, so especially square representing a month's colors." Yes, you could. And actually, on the Yarn Hookers Facebook group, Jules posted a picture of that, and it was like there were corner to corner squares, which was very cool looking. I like that. And Jules says, yes, Penny, the possibilities are endless. I have seen them with hexagons even. That's awesome. I love that. Lori said, popped out. Now I'm back. Welcome back, Lori. And Inga says, hi from Belgium. Hi, Inga. How are you? Jules says, you can call me Jules or Miss America. Your choice. Oh, I like Miss America. Jamie says, Melanie, do you still use the Stitch Bible book you reviewed 6 months ago? Yes, ma'am. That is where I get my stitches for my Stitch Study series from the Crochet Bible. Yes, I still use it. It's actually the only book that I keep close and on hand. And in fact, the next stitch I plan on doing, I think, is the not the spider stitch. Was it the woven stitch? I was looking at doing the woven stitch next for my stitch study that's in this book. But yes, I still use this book. I love it. I love this book. Penny agrees with you, Jules. She loves the loom idea. I do too. And Inga says, hi, everybody. Penny says, I don't have a loom, but hey. Okay, I gotta back up a little bit. I'm passing the highs. And Lori says she's thought about a temperature scarf, which maybe that's the way I need to go. I will. Oh, so Inga, I think, is talking about making a mood blanket. So assigning like a color to a mood and making a mood blanket. I love that. I like that idea. Lori says, however, I started so many things that I'm probably not going to do it, right? David says, I've heard of temperature blankets being done on a weekly basis rather than a daily. The only way I could do either is after the fact, doing a whole bunch of rows at once. So you are you somebody that has a lot of whips, David? Or, well, you do have some, but I think you go through and you finish. You really get through stuff. It's amazing how much you get done. I am amazed by that. Ursula says another tip is to stay motivated is to do it with someone. Yes, I agree. So I totally get that. You have to do it with someone. David says, for sure, I want to do it once a week only, not daily. And Julie says, wow, thank you so much, Mel, for explaining that. It helped me understand it now. Thank you. I'm glad, Julie. I'm glad I was able to help. And yeah, I think it was I agree. Ursula says, saw Julie's picture. It was a corner to corner squares is what was made for each month. They made corner to corner squares, which was very cool. And Julie says, just want to encourage everyone to share your temperature projects on our Yarn Hookers Facebook. You're all inspiring me, right? I agree. Share your projects. Love seeing your projects. And Ursula says, I'll show. Oh, I'm almost at the bottom. Yay. Prinny's not on Facebook or IG. Oh, okay. Well, you can always email them to one of us and we will share them to everybody because I love seeing your projects. I love it. I did not follow up on that yet. I have not had a chance to, Lori. I need to. Absolutely. I have to find that video. But yes, I did see that idea and I need to dig into it deeper. I haven't had a chance yet. I'm so sorry. And I appreciate you thinking of me so much. Have you seen the Mood Meter app? It already has moods assigned to the colors, which that's cool, Inga, for making a mood blanket. That's really cool. I like that. Oh, motivated. Well, I feel sick if I'm doing nothing. I understand that, Inga. Yeah, I always have to be doing something. Oh, that's a great idea. Would be Jules says, or I'm sorry, Miss America says, maybe a temperature shawl. That's awesome. Okay, so I am going to ask you guys one more question. I know it's already 12:21. You guys are amazing. I love chatting with you guys. All right. I know that's why I was going to eventually do themes for this morning Saturday chat, but honestly, I love just asking some of these like icebreaker type questions and getting to know everybody. So maybe one day I'll start doing themes, but for now, I really love just chatting and getting to know everybody. All right. So in 2020, with whom were your most valuable relationships? For me, number one, my mom. Number two, my nuclear family. And I say number one, my mom, because this is the first full year that we lived close to her. So it just, always improved it. And not that we had a bad relationship, just, I was closer to her. So it helped improve the relationship, even though she drives me crazy. She drives me crazy. That's mom's, right? And number three, the Yarn Hookers. And number four, all of you guys. Seriously, 2020. That's like my most valuable relationships of 2020. That's right. Keep the rest of those questions for my pop-up lives. You're right, Ursula. I need to do that. The rest of my questions for the pop-up lives. But I have plenty of questions. Trust me. I look up questions. So yes. And I get spun off on a topic sometimes. Or what is it the kids say these days? I pop off on a topic. Okay, so Lori says my son asked his girlfriend to marry him on New Year's Day. Yay! Congratulations. Well, if she said yes, let me see. I've been thinking of making them a temperature blanket as a wedding gift. Okay, so she did say yes. That's awesome. I love that. That's so funny. Funny that Miss America says, funny that the motivation topic should come up. Hey, Mel, that's absolutely correct. So just to let you guys know, this afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern time, the Yarn Hookers are getting together. And what's our topic of this week? Have you lost your crojo? It is, it's tough this time of year because you've just been through a flurry of just getting stuff and doing stuff for the holiday season. So what to do when you've lost your crojo? We'll probably touch on some other health stuff too, but for the most part, it's going to be motivation and finding that what you find joyful, getting back to that in crochet. And my son asked his girlfriend. I think I said that right, didn't I, Lori? So anyway, I'm excited about that, Lori. That's so awesome. And Ursula says, Inga, for sure, me too. Between whips is the worst. I agree. Oh, and for the colors, Inga has a lot of ideas. Wah! Okay, going back up. Oh, la la la. Oh, that's sweet. So Tammy Twyford says, all of you. That is some of her most valuable relationships from 2020. And Lori says her husband. I love all of these answers. Ursula says, my YouTube family has turned my 2020 around from miserable to absolutely wonderful. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Absolutely. Deborah says, my hubby, I'm new to the Yarny community. Well, welcome to this community. It's an amazing one. You won't regret it, Debbie. Or Deborah. I'm sorry. I'm assuming that you're a Debbie. My mom is a Deborah. She spells it differently than what they, though. She says it spells it like Deborah. But yeah. Oh, I gotta back up. It popped me down to the bottom again. Gosh darn it. My hubby, I'm new to the Yarny. Okay. Pat says, all my Yarny friends. Yes, I agree, Pat. Isn't that? And welcome, Pat. I don't think I said hi to you. Ambi says, my mom and sister. And Inga says, for me, my mom, she was very burned. Am I reading that right? Am I understanding that right? Because that's horrible. I'm sorry about that. Jules says, of course, my guys, which is her son and her husband, and sisters, and my sweet besties, Ginge and Melly. Oh, you're so sweet, Jules. That's why I call you Miss America. And Ursula says the YouTube family is just the best to help you get your groove back. I absolutely agree. This YouTube Yarny community is simply amazing. And it popped up again. So, and Kim says, Ursula, me too. Hugs. Mandy says, my husband started his deployment 5 months ago and still has 5 months to go. Oh no, my mom has been here a lot to help out with our 2 babies. We have always been close, but this made us closer. So yeah, I bet she was the number one thing for you this past year. That's tough. You know what, Mandy? Thank you for serving, because I know it's your husband that actually gets deployed, but you serve too, because that's not easy. It's not easy when they leave, and it's not easy when they come back, because you've gotten into this groove, and then now all of a sudden your life has to change again when he comes back. So it is not easy. I more power to you. Yeah. Carmina says her church family, which I love that. I love it. And Penny says prayers for your hubby to stay safe, healthy, and well. And that was to Mandy. And Penny says, and you and all your family, Mandy. Tammy says, my oldest son has been my rock this year. This is Tammy Moore. Says, has been my rock this year. Then my sister and her family. And last but definitely not least, my Yarny peeps. I'm so thankful I found all of you. You keep me motivated. Exactly. You guys inspire me. You motivate me. And I'm not reading this. I'm saying this as I'm looking for the right where I'm at in the comments. But you guys inspire me. You motivate me. You make me smile. Every single one of you. You are all amazing. Ursula says, a new world opened up for me in 2020 with YouTube. Beyond what I could have imagined. Jules was one of the first YouTubers I connected with. You will always have a special place in my heart, Miss America. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. Oh, that's that. I'm actually a little teary-eyed for Miss America on that one. That's so sweet. And Penny says, "Did you know that Deborah means bee or honeybee in Hebrew?" I knew that it was a biblical spelling, the Deborah spelling. But I did not know that it meant that. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to tell my mom that. And she is the queen bee. She walks into the room. She has this presence that when she walks into the room, you notice her. You know how there's other people that, well, I'm one of them. You walk into the room and it's just, okay, there's Melanie. But it's my mom is one of those personalities. So she's just magnetic. So at least to me, maybe I'm biased, but I feel like that. And she's worked in the nuclear energy sector for years. And she would go to events and she would get surrounded by people who wanted to talk to her. She was like a celebrity in that little realm. It was, yeah, pretty amazing. She has that personality. Oh my gosh, Inga. So your mom was in a fire? How is she now? That's horrible and scary. And I hope that everything's okay now. Wow. And Deborah says, I used Debbie until I did radio for several years, have been using Deborah for over 25 years. Okay. So I will try my best to remember not to call you Debbie. Okay. I'm so sorry about that. And Penny says, so sorry to hear that, Inga. And Ursula says, oh, that is so terrible. Burn wounds are the worst kind. Yes. I used to work for a bed company, a company that made hospital beds specifically for burns, Hillrom. And that was one of our number one beds, was specifically for burn patients, because you can't touch anything. So it's a special bed that it didn't feel like you were laying on your skin. Yeah. I'm so sorry that your mom had to experience that. That is not easy. Ursula says, I'm super grateful for technology, which has allowed us to connect with others in times of isolation. Abso-freaking-lutely. I agree with you on that one. That has been a lifesaver and helped me keep sane for sure. Lori says, my husband has been here. My husband has been here at home working, overseeing the teenager homeschooling. Good for him. I'm not doing a good job with that. I'm working on it though. I'm using the Asana app this semester because last semester did not go well. He also listens to me as I process the secondary trauma of being a frontline worker. Okay, so yeah, that's tough. You see so much more about everything that's going on. I'm still somewhat removed from it because I don't know. I know people who've gotten it, but they live far away, so I haven't experienced it firsthand. Inga says she cried a lot. She is very okay. Good. I'm so glad she's completely healthy. I am so glad, Inga, because that's, yeah. I don't like that. All right, ladies and gent, at least one gent. There might be more, but you guys, it is that time. So I need to go. I tend to not eat in front of people. I've had a few bites here and there, but I still have some food to eat. I'm getting kind of hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and go. And of course, it's my hour and a half time, which I prefer to keep it right around an hour and a half at max. But you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And those of you new to my channel, thank you. I really appreciate you being here. Those of you that have been with me forever and ever and ever, amen. Thank you too. Appreciate all of you. You guys have an amazing day. Okay. Bye-bye. Mwah.